final day of the Ypres rally. 10 stages remain, including the longest stage of the event. Peugeot UK's Kris Meeke and co-driver Paul Nagel lie in second position at the start of day 2, just 4.9 seconds behind leader Freddie Loix. But after taking an opening stage win, Kris narrowed the gap to just 2 seconds. Kris, fastest through the opening test this morning. How's it been?
Good, incredibly slippery on the first one. On that first one is so fast. It gives you less time to read the grip, and it was interesting, but I'm trying to shut the race out of my mind and just drive my own rally. Obviously the guys are all going at a very good speed. We're trying our best, but I'm not thinking about position. Even if we go slowly in one stage and we're third position at the end of the day, it's still good, but I'm just trying to shut the race out and drive my own stage.
Stage 8 and 9 were run to the south of the historic town of Ypres under grey skies, with Kris setting the third fastest time on 8 and the second fastest time on 9, with Kopecky and Loix taking fastest times respectively. After the first loop, Loix held the lead over Kris by 3.7 seconds. Ypres may be consumed by rally fever this weekend, but life still goes on. This newlywed couple were obviously rally fans.
We like the rally very much.
Yes, and rally is not a crime. Kris Meeke is the best.
Go rally, go!
Go rally, go!
Another marriage which was working well was between driver and co-driver, with Paul and Kris working together with ease through stages 10 and 11, narrowing the gap to the lead to a mouth-watering 0.2 of a second. It was all getting very close in Ypres. Kris, talk to me about 0.2 of a second, because it is quite incredible on your first attempt here at Ypres. How are you feeling about the rest of the stages this afternoon? Can you beat Loix?
I don't want to, how do I say it, I don't want to get into a battle with Freddie, but there's 0.2 in it after 200k, so, but to be honest, I'm starting a stage not thinking about Freddie. I just want to drive at my own rhythm, to my own notes, and see what happens. It's been working okay up to now. At least now we've seen all the stages, but for sure everybody goes a little bit faster on the second pass, and it's going to be a long evening, but interesting. I'm not going to change anything, just keep driving at the same rhythm, and we'll see what happens. I'm happy with first, second or third. If first comes, very good. If it doesn't, I'm happy, you know.
Paul, it's the end of the morning's loop, or the afternoon's loop here in Ypres, and my goodness, it is getting close out there. You are just 0.2 of a second behind Freddie Loix now. It's incredibly competitive out there.
It's absolutely brilliant, but I don't know how good it is inside in the car, but the stages have been very good to us today. We've been middle of the road, keeping out of harm's way, and Kris is driving exceptionally well. And as you say, 0.2, you can't even think how tight it is like, so it's going to be a very interesting afternoon, night towards into the night.
Yeah, of course, we go into this evening with the final stage at about 9:30 tonight. Tell me about that long stage though, because that will complete the rally as well. We were all waiting to see what kind of time you'd set on that. What was it like?
It was pretty good. We drove very neat inside. There's a lot of junctions, and the idea in this rally is to be neat in the junctions, and we seem to be very neat. And between ourselves, Freddie and Kopecky, there was 2.3 seconds over 30 k's, so it's going to be an interesting last stage. It'll go down to the wire, definitely. It'll be a last race dash, I think, last stage dash.
What would it mean to you if you could take a win away here?
If I come second, I'll be more than happy. I'm not thinking about the victory.
5 more stages remained, all reruns of the opening tests, and Kris went into the lead over Loix by 0.8 of a second on stage 12. Unlucky stage 13 saw Freddie Loix pick up a puncture and drop down the standings to 4th overall. Other drivers also suffered on the closing stages, with Juho Hänninen and Gian Domenico Basso also picking up punctures. But for Kris and Paul, there were no such dramas. They came through the final stage to claim maximum points and their 3rd victory in a row. They had been up against strong local competition all weekend and were delighted with their result.
Ypres is a very specialised event. I've only seen some videos, heard some people talking, so you never really appreciate it till you come here yourself and do it. And even on the recce, you think your notes are right, but you just never know until you actually compete on the stages. But I have to thank everybody in the team, Peugeot UK, Kronos, Peugeot Sport, all the guys who supported me, and this man here, he's just been absolutely top.
It was a tough battle out there, as co-driver Paul Nagel explains.
Yeah, we were getting the momentum was getting to us, and we were 0.8 in front of him before he went off and got a puncher. But it was a fantastic battle with him, and credit to Freddie as well. He drove brilliantly, and For to be 0.8 of a second between us after 250 k's is something phenomenal.
As it's Father's Day this weekend, it seemed appropriate that Kris's dad was there to share the spoils of success.
He never usually comes to the rallies because he thinks when he comes we don't finish, but it's a top job to have him here.
Kris and Paul celebrate the win, Jan Kopecki took second and Freddie Loix took third. After a hat-trick of wins for Kris and Paul, they now lead the championship by 6 points over Freddie Loix. We next see the boys in action in August, where they return to tarmac on the island of Madeira.